I thought I'd switch things up a little bit for today's video and share some recent solds for last month, some of our highlights. My hope is that it can help spark some ideas for you if you are looking for new items to sell in your eBay store. Jeff and I do this part-time. We love it. It allows me to stay home with our kids while they're young, and I'm really grateful for that. So to break down the numbers for you, last month was one of our best months. Gross sales were $9,153. Shipping and fees cost $3,000, and then cost of goods was $1,000, leaving us with a profit of $4,600, which we were really happy with that. So my hope is just to encourage you, maybe if you are just starting out, to know you don't have to have a perfect setup. You don't have to have super high numbers. It can still be satisfying and rewarding, even if you're only able to do this part-time. So let's dive right into it. So I thought it might be interesting to break up last month's sales into different categories, starting with the highest sale. And we had two fairly high sales. So the first were these Reebok Pump Pro Pitbull shoes. These were vintage, really cool. We used the eBay authenticity program. So once they sold, they were shipped off to make sure that they were authentic. And the nice thing with that is we didn't have to pay shipping to get it there. We paid $15 for these and they sold for $224.99 plus $14.95 shipping. Our other high sale was the Simms Dry Creek Sling Pack. This was something that Jeff actually picked up at a yard sale for himself. He paid $30 for this and ended up not liking it as much as he thought he would. So he put it up on eBay and it sold really quickly for $149.99 plus shipping. Simms is a great brand that we love to keep an eye out for while we are out thrifting. Our lowest sale was this Ray Cook Putter Mallet Golf Head Cover. It sold for $10, free shipping. Now this isn't something that we normally look for when we're outsourcing. We wouldn't just pick this up on our own, but it came as part of a giant golf lot that we purchased. And part of the lot covered a huge bin of putter covers. So we have been selling these really consistently. They've been all different brands. This isn't necessarily a brand that we keep an eye out for, but it sold and it's been a really nice bread and butter item for us over the past couple of months. Our fastest mover this month was this men's Patagonia half zip pullover. We paid $5 for this at a thrift store and it sold within a few hours of listing it, and it sold for $50 plus $6 shipping. So that was an awesome find. It's no secret Patagonia is a great brand to pick up. Our slowest mover were these Vans checkerboard skate shoes. We picked these up about a year ago at a yard sale. They were only $1 or $2. So that's why I grabbed them. In hindsight, it probably was not the best pickup. We ended up accepting a best offer just to move them, but that's okay. We are constantly learning in this business. For most unique sale, I have a couple that I'm going to highlight. This was a marble ball for a tracker mouse. So we bought the mouse from a thrift store, hoping that it would work, but of course we didn't have a way to test it. When we got home and tested it, unfortunately it didn't work, but we saw that the ball for the mouse actually sold for good money. It sold for $34.99 plus free shipping. We paid $5 for the mouse. So even though the mouse didn't work, we still were able to make some good money off of this. So just a great reminder, don't be afraid to part things out. Sometimes you'll be surprised at what you can sell and what people will buy. The other unique sell that we had was this Maui-opoly game. This was a really cool find. We picked this up at a thrift store and it sold really quickly for $39.99 plus $8 shipping. We paid $5 for this. So this was a fun, unique sale. For favorite category, our current favorite thing to sell right now would probably be baseball mitts and baseball bats. I think because it's spring, baseball's in season, these are selling really well for us. We just sold this softball glove for $30 plus $6 shipping. We've sold some catcher's mitts and also some baseballs recently as well. And the bats can bring in really good money. We just sold one for a couple $100. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. The next category is small space friendly. I don't know if you're like us, but we don't have a ton of space. So we are super selective in what we pick up. We want things that have a high sell-through rate and ideally be small and easy to store. So here are a couple ideas for you if you also struggle with the issue of small space. The first item I wanted to highlight was this electric heating blanket controller. It sold for $30 plus free shipping. We paid $6 for this at a thrift store. Again, don't be afraid to look everything up. Sometimes we look up random items like this and are surprised at the sell through and the money that they can bring in. And then this is one of our favorite bread and butter items to pick up. We paid $2 for this. It's an RC charger. We pick these up all the time. They don't bring in a ton of money. You can see that we got $11.50 for this and free shipping. We paid $2 for it, so not a huge profit. But sometimes those little sales, those bread and butter items can really add up over time. The next category I wanted to highlight was clothing. A few of our favorite clothing pieces that we have sold this past month was the Sunday Swagger polo shirt. We love selling Sunday Swagger. They have some really cool graphics, and we did accept a best offer for this. We picked it up for $6 and we sold it for around $30 plus shipping, I believe. We also really like picking up Built recently. We paid $5 for this and sold it for a little over $20 plus shipping. Here's the tag for you if you're not familiar with this brand. Sell-through rate for this brand can vary. So as with anything, you just want to double check sell-through rate for the specific item that you're considering picking up. But depending on the item, this can be a good brand to sell. Next, I wanted to highlight this lot of Nike polos. Nike polos aren't usually something that we pick up frequently, but we found a bunch of these at a yard sale. They were in great condition. And so we paid $1 each for these, and we just decided to lot them all together. They sold for $66 plus shipping. So if you come across brands like this that maybe you wouldn't normally pick up, but you can get a great price on them, you can consider lotting them together, and it may surprise you what you can get. Here's another lot of Nike's men's t-shirts that we sold. Again, we picked these up for super cheap at that same yard sale, about $1 a piece. So we decided to just lot them all together. And we did accept a best offer. I think it was around $40 plus shipping. So although we generally wouldn't pick up just a single Nike shirt, if we can find a decent amount of them for fairly cheap, then we will often lot them together and get a decent sale that way. We sold 6 of these Live golf hats. They sold for $49.99 each plus 6 shipping. And we paid $5 each for these. I think somebody donated a huge lot of Live golf hats and polos to our local thrift store. So we picked up a bunch of them and they've sold really well for us. Here's one of the polos. It sold for $59.99 plus shipping. Here's the tag so you know what to keep an eye out for. And here is the logo. This was one of my favorite finds. These are some corduroy Empire men's skate pants. We accepted a best offer. We sold them for around $40, I believe, plus shipping. And they're just really cool. So you're probably aware anything in the Y2K style has quite a demand right now, but we don't find items like this very often. So we were excited to come across these. And as expected, they sold fairly quickly and we had a lot of interest in them. We paid $5 for this Arc'teryx men's jacket. It sold really quickly for $90 plus shipping. We did accept a best offer. It's no secret that Arc'teryx sells really well, but this jacket actually had a small rip on the back. So even with a flaw like that, it sold really quickly for good money. So if you come across Arc'teryx, don't discount it even if there are flaws. You most likely will be able to sell it and still get good money. We actually went on a day trip and checked out a thrift store in a different city. And we always love doing that when we're traveling, to check out different thrift stores. And we were really surprised to come across this. And the last clothing item I wanted to highlight was this Duluth canvas lined flannel work shirt. This was super heavy duty, really nice quality. We paid $7 for this at a thrift store and we accepted a best offer around $40 plus 10 shipping. We do like picking up Duluth. We are selective with it, but something like this, a heavy duty, nice work shirt, we knew would sell well. And then a few more miscellaneous items that I wanted to highlight include this Fitbit zip. We picked this up for $10 at a thrift store and it sold for $64.99 plus 6 shipping. And this sold really quickly for us. I think within a day, if I remember correctly. We love to keep an eye out for Fitbits, especially the more in-demand models. And then this is another item that we always keep an eye out for. We picked this up for $10. It's a Hunter outdoor sprinkler control timer. We accepted the best offer. We had it listed at $29.99 plus shipping. And I want to say we sold it for around $25. So not a huge profit with that, but this is one of our bread and butters. We pick these up all the time, especially right now coming into spring and summer. People are looking for sprinkler control timers. So these can be a great pickup. And last but not least was this Neat Desk for Mac desktop. It's a scanner. We had it listed for $69.99 plus $17.95 shipping, and we accepted the best offer around $60. We paid $4 for it at a thrift store. This is what it looks like outside of the box. And you'll probably notice we do accept offers quite frequently. As long as they're reasonable, we like to pass on the savings to our buyers. We feel like it's a win-win. And a lot of times it seems like when we accept offers and keep things moving, that it spurs more sales for us. Let me know in the comments, do you like these kinds of videos? Do you find them helpful? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.